Great awakening, light lords, and grand rising to those who have not yet awoken, to know that everything is in one accord and everything happens for a reason, and that they are conscious, they are consciousness experiencing itself. Today I'm going to be talking about the first law of the Kabbalion again, the universal law. I'm just going to be going more in depth with more in depth and more going to speak more thoroughly on the subject. The point is conscious oneness. Okay, that's the point of this first law, to become conscious that this point of consciousness, this point, you, this point, and what is seems to be outside is connected. It's actually in unison. It's actually working systematically as one thing. Okay, that's the point of the first law of the universe. All is mental. All is mind. Mentalism. When you use this law to your benefit, just take note of the electromagnetic signals that you receive and transmit, because your brain, your hair, your skin, your nails, and your vocal cords and your central nervous system all plays a part in this. It all plays a part in this, and you want to know exactly how you're affecting the outside, what you see as outside. You see what I'm saying? You want to know exactly how. A good way to know how your energy is affecting the outside is to study oneself. Is to study self. Focus on self. Focus on one. Focus on the oneness. Once you focus on yourself, then you will gain the knowledge that everything is self. Everything is one, and that you are that. A good way to do this is to study your numerology. Get a numerology reading at numerologist.com. And you can get an astrological birth chart. And you can get an astrological birth chart, and that'll tell you how the planets actually affect your point of consciousness, how the outside you affects the experiencing you, how the subconscious you affects the conscious you. You see what I'm saying? Then you will know how to see everything as one. Know the mechanics of your own mind, how you're affecting everything outside of you and within you, and know how to maneuver through your own mind. That's all. I mean, each law of the universe gives you a certain type of wisdom, especially when you realize that they're all actually working at one time to create. They're actually all working at one time to create your experience, to create what you perceive. The first law is it's like first grade basically. The seven hermetic principles, or the universal laws, they actually should be taught like in kindergarten and like first grade, like when people are young, so they can actually know how to be higher level human beings. This first law, it just motivates one to see the oneness in everything. Then you won't be able, if you're not cynical, and you won't be able to hurt anyone outside of yourself. You won't be able to hurt yourself, because you will have so much self-esteem to know that you actually creating your reality, and that you're actually doing You know what I'm saying? You're actually being love. You're understanding yourself, understanding outside, and understanding that they are both one. Have you ever just was just thinking a thought about someone, and then they were around you, or you were on the phone with them, and they were like, huh? Like, what you say? And you were just thinking it to yourself, but they actually caught that thought and actually like simulated the hearing of that thought and heard it in the language that you speak to each other. So that's basically what people call telepathy. This is proof of the law of oneness. That all is mind and all is mental, because you have a field, the electromagnetic field around you that people call aura, that people call the aura, or the biofield, is what science calls it now, has finally confirmed that it actually exists. Now, when you think you're sending out a message, and that message is going out into the electromagnetic wave, as it's going out as an electromagnetic wave and refracting off of itself and coming back to you. So whatever you think affects you. Whatever you think affects you. And if you experience something as if it's outside of yourself, it's because you thought or it's a derivative of something that you thought, or something that you're able to think. Because the subconscious is based in potential. The subconscious is based in the possibility of things, the possibilities and the things that can happen. And the conscious is basically based in experiencing it happening. Okay? So there's a process. There's a process from, coming from the subconscious to the conscious. And that process is due to the thinking and the frequency of the frequency of your thoughts and the vibrations you get back from them. So you affect your subconscious. You bring the potentiality out of your subconscious by the quality of thoughts that you think and how frequently you think them. Then that reverberates and comes back as a vibration, telling you how, giving you an experience of what you frequently think about and the quality of what you think about. The law is incredible. The universal principles are incredible. They were given to us by who people will call Jehuti, or Thoth, or Hermes Trismegistus. You can call him whatever you want, but you don't even have to believe he's real to know that these principles instill. And it'll upgrade your mind if you just take into consideration these ancient laws and ancient forms of wisdom that we've created for ourselves to experience today. Study yourself, know thyself, love thyself. Love is understanding. Study astrology, study numerology, any type of science you can to get to know yourself. Focus on self. Have self-esteem. Don't get overconfident. Take constructive criticism. But know thyself. Love thyself. Understand thyself. Whatever it takes. Peace.